Alright, and here we are, getting started on the Huron Peak Trail. And it's already pretty icy and snowy. Wish I had some spikes for my boots, but I don't yet. We'll see if we can make it. What you doing? That's really something, isn't it? Wow. I really like these 14ers when you're in the woods for a little while at least. It's not just wide open. So beautiful up here, man. It's my first 14er I've hiked where there's snow on the mountains, and wow. I mean, that behind me is just insane. Whew. And then we clear the tree line, you can really see snow-peaked mountains. And now we make the final push for Huron Peak. Sully, come on, buddy. Going down this steep thing is quite tedious. Lots of rock, lots of scree. Very steep. But that's alright. I think we'll make a pretty good time. Much easier going down than going up, I can tell you that. Even with all the slipperiness, the snow and the rocks. Going up was brutal. So beautiful. That's where we just came from. We are headed back into the woods, back into the tree line. And I think we got a couple more miles till we're done with this trail. But thank God we're off the tough part. Back to the pretty easy part again. It's a little steep in this section, but overall, the first 3 miles or so, pretty straightforward, pretty easy. But man, that last 3/4 miles is straight up. And today it was snow, feet deep, and it was very tedious. Took forever, ever to do that last 3/4 of a mile. Alright, so I really enjoyed this view on the way up, so here it is again. It's really hard to beat that. Colorado is an amazing state. Not many people on the trail today, so I'm letting Sully run off leash a little bit. And as you can see, he's got to stop and wait for me. I can't keep up. In the car. Good boy. Whew. Okay. Oh man. That feels nice. Alright. So to recap, we just got down from Mount Huron, Huron Peak, and really it was super easy. It's 3.5 miles out and 3.5 miles back. And the first 3 miles out were easy, man, easy. I was doing 30-minute miles for those, you know. But then the last 3/4 miles was just so brutal. And it really probably wouldn't be that bad. It was just there was so much snow up there today. This was my first late season hike. I hadn't lived out in Colorado that long, so this was my 9th 14er today. My dog Sully's 4th 14er. I would definitely recommend bringing spikes for your boots if you plan on hiking this trail in maybe September or October, depending on how long you can. Before the weather gets too bad, I would recommend spikes for sure. I mean, there was several people on the trail. None of us had spikes. We all seemed to get up and down pretty fine, but it was a long time to get that last 3/4 miles. And now we get to drive out on this 4-wheel drive road. And this is the route that I took. It's another out and back. And as you can see, I started at the top where that green dot is and followed it down to Huron Peak there. As you can also see, it ended up being 7.5 miles round trip, a little over 3,400 feet of elevation gain. And it really was a pretty easy trail as far as 14ers go, so go check it out.